Hello and welcome to Monday's edition of Cracking the Cryptic, where we've got a puzzle today by a constructor I think I have featured on the channel before, but not for, I want to say, years. This is by Proxz 14, Proxz14. I don't know how to say that very well. It's called the X and the V squared, which I suppose I can see some 25s in the grid. 25 is a squared number. I have no idea why it's called that. But the testers have had a look at this and they say it is a rather lovely puzzle. So we're going to have a go at it. I think it's got 4 stars out of 5 difficulty, so it might not be a walk in the park, but hopefully it will be very enjoyable all the same. I'm sure it will be. And we'll read the rules together in a moment or two's time. Oh, hang on, this says anniversary edition. Ooh, I don't know why it's an anniversary edition. That's exciting. It looks very pretty. Anyway, we'll get to this and we'll read the rules together shortly. A few things to mention before we kick into it, though. Mark and I are going to be streaming tonight at 10 p.m. UK time. We're going to be back in the Blueprints Mansion. The most important thing, though, is if you have been with us on the streams, is to know that our clocks went forward at the weekend. So if your clocks did not change in the last couple of days, then you might be surprised about the time that our streaming starts. It will appear as if it's an hour earlier than usual for you. I know last time the clocks changed, people were less annoyed because they didn't miss the start of the stream. They just arrived early. But if you don't realise that our clocks here in the UK have changed, you might miss the start, and I know that might annoy some of you. So but just do bear that in mind, and we'd love to have your company, of course, if you're free. I'm really looking forward to going back into the mansion after last week, but we'll see how we get on later on today. Also, we are closing in fast, aren't we? Wednesday is the 1st of April, which is, of course, April Fool's Day, but also it is well, with it being the 1st of the month, it's our new Patreon reward. So over on Patreon, we'll have a brand new Sudoku hunt from Sandra&Nala, featuring mainly Fog of War Sudokus, for which Sandra and Nala are famous, of course. Also a couple of other there's a bit of a Nurikabi, a bit of a Hayawaki puzzle in there too. Anyway, it's a wonderful, wonderful pack. I know you're going to love it, and it will go live at 4 p.m. UK time on April the 1st. And that, as I say, that is not an April Fool. Next, birthdays. Let me look at my list of birthdays. Luca, your girlfriend Michelle wrote to me to tell me it's your birthday today. I think you watch every day, and you're crazy for these variant Sudokus. I love to hear that, Luca. Many happy returns. I hope you get some excellent chocolate cake. Marion, you have turned 70 today. I know this because your daughter Samantha wrote to me. I think you're also known as Buddy, if I'm not mistaken. And I gather there is a surprise family gathering to celebrate your birthday. I think it's taking place today over there in California. And I got this wonderful email, Marion, from your daughter. And I can't read all of it because it would just take a long time. But there was some of it I thought I would just share with you. There's a lot of stuff about how much she loves you, but she also says that you taught her so many things, smaller things like how to use a drill or how to play Sudoku, and not being afraid to figure things out. You gave her the confidence to basically take things apart when something isn't working. I wish I had that confidence. And that it's okay to look things up. Yes, it is, of course. In addition to that, though, he's also taught me how to have fun and to enjoy board games and puzzles. And I think there was a reference earlier to you being an excellent cheat at board games. And some of my favourite childhood memories when my dad would take me to lunch or dinner and he'd bring 2 copies of the Sudoku from the newspaper, and as we ate, we would race to see who was fastest at completing the Sudoku. I didn't win very often, and even now he's still faster than me. It was and still is always fun playing Sudoku with or against my dad, and it got me into a lot of puzzle-based games like logic puzzles and cytograms. And Samantha says she's been watching Cracking the Cryptic since 2019, and she plans to show her dad the channel tonight. Well, I hope he enjoys it as much as you seem to have done, Samantha. And I did really, really enjoy your email, and many happy returns to your father. Next. Nana, am I saying that correctly? Nana, you're turning 26 today, and your boyfriend Adam wrote to tell me that I think the two of you have been together for 4 years or so, but Nana has been watching Cracking the Cryptic for longer than that. She's studying geophysics and space technology. Wow. And well, many happy returns, Nana, on your 26th birthday. I hope you get some excellent chocolate cake, of course, with a lot of icing. Lindsay, you've turned the big 50 today. I know this because your son Joshua wrote to me. Told me you don't look a day over 21. That's brilliant. Many happy returns. I hope there's good chocolate cake, of course. And finally, Zach, your girlfriend Molly wrote to me and told me you're about to finish your PhD. We have so many incredibly clever people who watch this channel. Your PhD in maths. And Molly says, Zach, that you make her very proud indeed. So, Zach, I hope you have a great birthday today. I think that's all the news. Let me just check the recording's working. It would be terrible if it wasn't. I think it looks like we're in good shape, I think. So, shall we have a look at the rules of the X and the V squared anniversary edition by .proxus14? Perhaps the rules are as follows. We've got normal Sudoku rules applying. So we've got to put the digits 1 to 9 once each in every row, every column, and every 3x3 box. Digits along a line may repeat and must sum to the attached value. Now, I tell you what this makes me think. This must be a rule set that has immense possibilities, because, of course, in variant Sudoku, we're all familiar with killer cages. And cages, I suppose in a killer cage you can't repeat a digit. But the thought that you could have a line going through the grid that summed to a specific value, I mean, that must have a lot of uses, I think. So maybe Proxus 14 has invented a new type of rule here that will have some longevity. Anyway, so these digits sum to 25. It looks like they're all 25s. It's not a 25th anniversary, is it? Perhaps it is. I don't know. Anyway, XV, digits separated by an X sum to 10, so those two sum to 10. While digits separated by a V sum to 5, so they sum to 5. Right, and cells separated by a knight's move in chess cannot contain the same digits. Seems like a very good time to have a chess constraint given the candidates tournament's just started. So what does this mean? Well, whatever digit we put into this cell, if it was a chess knight, it could jump to those cells in a single knight's move, and therefore none of these orange cells could contain the digit that you put in the green cell. So that's how knight's move restrictions work. Do have a go. The way to play is to click the link under the video as usual. But now I get to play. Let's get cracking. Now, where shall we get cracking? I'm looking around. I mean, maybe I label the V dominoes are either going to be 1-4 pairs or 2-3 pairs. So we could immediately label them up. No, I was wrong. I was about to say we might be able to prove these are different types of V pairs because of the knight's move restriction, but that digit, no, we absolutely can't, can we? Because that digit could be there, and that digit could be there, and that's not violating any knight's move restrictions. So that's not what we're supposed to look at. There's a secretive technique we could apply to prove something about that domino. Maybe that's what we should do. Do you know the secret of Sudoku? If you don't worry. I share it with my very favourite people, which includes the people who watch my videos, so I'm going to tell you it. The secret of Sudoku is that any complete row of a Sudoku contains the digits 1 to 9 once each because of the rules of Sudoku. Now, if you add up the digits 1 to 9, you get 45. So I know that this row sums to 45, but the funny line rule tells us these add to 25, and an X domino sums to 10, which is 35. So to make the whole row add up to 45, that domino adds up to 10. Now, I don't... well, I tell you what I could do. I could do that. I was going to say I don't have a good way of notating that, but I saw it's not a loop puzzle, so I could risk that, couldn't I? Which means, I suppose, actually, that this is an X domino, and this is an X domino, and this shares a digit. So imagine this was a 1. Those would both be 9. So these two digits are the same digit. Which, Knight's move? No, that doesn't help. Feels like this wants to be a colouring puzzle to me. You know, there's so many X's going on in the grid. There must be a way of, like, I mean, and there is a funny knight's move thing going on, isn't there? Like that X, whatever this X, however it was made up, it's different from the X in this domino. And we know that because this digit in the centre of the puzzle, it can't repeat in its own column, and it can't repeat a knight's move away from itself. So this digit can't be in those two cells. So these two dominoes have to be different flavours of X. It might be about low digits as well. I mean, because an X has to contain a low digit, a 1, 2, 3 or a 4, accompanying a high digit, a 6, 7, 8, 9, because it's either going to be 1, 9, 2, 8, 3, 7 or 4, 6. So you know in those 4 cells there are 3 low digits. In those 4 cells, there are 3 low digits. You see, if you knew that was a low digit, you'd have all that's a low digit. You'd have all the low digits in column 2. No, let's not do that. But that domino, that adds up to 10, because I've got a 25 line there. A 10 domino, that's 35. So these two have to bring the total for the box up to 45. So that is an X domino. Is this line under pressure? 25 in, well, 25 in 4 cells. If this was a 1, it would be under huge pressure. Would that work? 1? No, actually, that wouldn't work. If this is a 1, I don't think you can make this X domino work. That might be wrong, but let me just explain what I mean there. If this is a 1, these 3 digits sum to 24. The only way of doing that in Sudoku is with a 7, 8, 9 triple. And that would mean that this X domino only had the option to be 4, 6. But if this is a 1, this is a 4 across the V. So there would actually be no way of making that X work. So this is not a 1, this is not a 4. So we might be able to get this down to being a 2, 3 domino. If this is 4 and this is 1, these would add up to 21 then. Oh, hang on, is it the whole box? Let me just think about that. I've got 10 there. No, oh no, it's not. It's those 3. Those 3 digits sum up to 10. Oh, it's because this line, it's a bit different, isn't it? That's a 5 cell 25, and this is only a 4 cell 25. Oh, okay, but these digits add up to a lot. Whatever happens, whatever this is, because I made it 4 before, and that made those add up to 21, which is the very least they could add up to. If this is a 2, these add up to 23. So if that's 21, and that's 10, and that's 10, that means that those 7 cells add up to a minimum of 41, but the whole row adds up to 45, which means this cell and this cell add up to a maximum of 4. So they definitely have a 1 in them. They're either 1, 2 or 1, 3. I could do that, but I'll forget what it means. So, but these are very tiny digits. Okay. So now I'm looking at those cells. I'm not sure if this matters or not, but one thing I've had in my mind is that an X domino contains a low digit. So if you look along here, there's going to be a low digit, a 1, 2, 3 or a 4 on this X domino, and a low digit here on this X domino, which means all low digits are used up in row 5 within those 6 cells. So these digits are big digits, which actually doesn't. No, okay, that may be not the most surprising thing ever. Well, the 4 in this row has to be on an X now. So one of these dominoes is a 4-6 pair. Can I do that? No, I can't do that, can I? Oh, well, okay. But if one of those is a 4-6 pair, and it is, there's no 6 on. Oh, hang on, there is a 5. Wait a second. Let's keep going with row 5. Because one of these is a 4-6 domino, because we have to put the 4 somewhere in those 6 cells. This doesn't have 6 on it, but you can't put 5 on the next domino ever, because it would have 5 as its friend. It would be double 5, and it would break Sudoku. So 5 is in one of those 3. So if this was 4, 2 of the digits would add up to. The 4 and the 5, wherever that went, would add up to 9, which would mean the other 2 digits would have to add up to 16, at least 16. So actually, I don't think this can be 2, can it? No, it can't. If this was 2, these should be 6, 8, 9, which we've disproved now. So this is 3 or 4. This is 1 or 2. And if this is 3, this is 5, 8, 9. Which would be okay. That would make this 4, 6. And if this is 4, this is 5, 7, 9. Which would make this 2, 8. So this is an even X pair. It's 2, 8 or 4, 6. Depending on what this digit is. Now that might do something. 3? 3 makes this. There's always a 9. There's always a 9 in these 3 cells, because it's either 5, 8, 9 or it's 5, 7, 9. So, actually that makes sense. We could have seen that a different way, because I worked out, didn't I, that one of these cells was a 1, which means 9 can't go on either of those X's, because it would be accompanied with a 1, which we know is in one of these 2 cells. So I could have worked out differently that 9 was over here. So this is 2 digits that add up to 14, and then 2 digits that add up to 11, which are either going to be 3, 8 or 4, 7, presumably. And then, yes, and then you put the opposite on there. Oh dear. Okay, what does this mean? I don't know. So you've got 25, 35. These 3 digits add up to 10. Yeah, and this box is a bit of a fiddle, isn't it? Because it's very different to this box, where there's this definitive X pair left over. This box, it's really different. That we've got one X pair, and we've got one pair here of low digits that aren't including the low digit on the X pair. But there's no. We know that those can't include an X pair because they sum up to 10 and there are 3 of them. And if that's 3, This is 5, 8, 9, and no two of those sum up to 10. And if that's 4, this is 5, 7, 9, and no two of those sum up to 10. This is very odd, which means those 3 digits, their complements, if you like, that sum up to 10 with them, are on that line, which is weird. So maybe... No, sorry, I know I've stopped speaking. I'm just trying to understand how you even begin this puzzle. Oh, wait a minute. I've got a problem. Oh, no. Oh, okay. Okay. I've got one thing. This is probably the most intelligent thing I've done so far. I'm so sorry. Oh, my goodness. I've been going for 21 minutes. No, most of that must have been... No. Oh, dear. Have I just got lost in the weeds here? Okay, sorry. I've seen a reason that this V isn't different from this V. Because if these V's were different flavours of V, so one was a 1-4 and one was a 2-3, those 4 cells there would include all the low digits in the Sudoku, the 1, the 2, the 3 and the 4. And I don't think you could make that X work then, because it couldn't have a 1, 2, 3 or a 4 on it. So these are the same, which means that digit's the same as that one. So that's actually that's a small win for the goodies, isn't it? He says. So these are the same digit. Those are the same digit. Do we have to... maybe we do have to... Actually, what colour do I want to make them? I'm not sure. So those two, they go down there somewhere. And these two go down here somewhere. And that's some other variation. And wow, I don't know. Goodness me. So, I'm so sorry if this is obvious, by the way. I am not at the moment. I don't know. I really want to colour it, but I don't know how you do it. I don't know how you start colouring it. Maybe I start here? That could be... I could be so wrong to do that I'm not really prepared to try it. Oh, I'll tell you what. Okay, so maybe I won't do that. Maybe instead I look at column 2, do I? Can I... I'm not actually sure I can. Okay, let me try this one. So this is some sort of X pair that doesn't involve these digits. So this pair here, what can we say about that? It's clearly not a pair of digits that are the same as blue, is it? So let's just make that green for a moment. Yeah, okay, so what this will allow us to do, and this might not be the best place to do this, but at least I can do this, is it allows us to think about the panoply of low digits in the Sudoku, i.e. pairs that sum to 10. Each of the possible pairs that sums to 10 involves a low digit, a 1 with a 9, a 2 with an 8, a 3 with a 7, and a 4 with a 6. Now, we know that the blue pair has nothing in common with the low digits on this V, and therefore nothing in common with the digits on this V. So it involves a low digit that's not in this pair. But the same, I think, is true of this pair. which is not the same as the blue pair, but it does involve a low digit that's not from this V pair. So the 4 low digits, we could, if we can call them that, are going to be, they're going to be this digit, whatever that is, this digit, whatever that is. I don't know what to call it. Should we make it orange? The low digit on this green pair. So maybe what we'll do is we'll go to sort of 2 flavors of digits within these dominoes, so that we can try and differentiate them. Now, yeah, okay, so that tells me the color of this X domino, because this has not got, obviously the flavor of X, or the flavor of 10 that is incumbent in this 1, 2 is different from the flavor of 10 that's incumbent in this 3, 4. With a 3 or a 4, you're adding a 6 or a 7 with it to get to 10. With a 1 or a 2, you're adding an 8 or a 9. So these are from different 10 pairs. So the 10 pair that's relevant for this domino is not the red pair, it's not the orange pair or its complement that add up to 10 with it. It's not the green pair, because this can't be green, so it is the blue pair. So now, where are the blue pair in column 3? And the answer is we don't quite know, except that we do, sort of, because they're not in any of those 6 cells, so they're down here somewhere, which means at least one of the blue pair is on this fictitious, this floating X that I've put into the grid. And once one of them's on the floating X, they both must be, because that domino is supposed to add up to 10. So imagine this was 2, 8. We know that this domino has a 2 or an 8 on it, so it must have both 2 and 8 on it. Now what on earth does that do? I have no idea. We might have to start thinking about colouring the complements of these cells. Yeah, it actually, that might not be an unintelligent thing to do. Yeah, okay. So I'm going to say that there is a colour on this line that adds up to 10 with the red digit. And I know it's on this line, because if it wasn't, it would be in one of these 2 cells. But I know those 3 cells sum to 10. So if 2 of these cells were this and its complement that already add up to 10, the other digit would be a 0. So there's a digit. I'm just going to call it purple. So purple is the digit with red that adds to 10. It must be in one of these 3 cells. Now, we also know, don't we, that the digit that accompanies orange that adds to 10 with orange is not on this line, because no 2 digits on this line add up to 10, because 2 of the digits on this line add up to 14. And the other 2 add up to 11, and a 3, 8 or 4, 7. Yeah, and 5 and 9 do not match with any of those to make a 10 pair. So the digit that adds up to 10 with this digit is off the line and in one of those cells, and I will make that yellow. So in the puzzle now, I'm saying there's a blue pair, light blue and dark blue add up to 10, light green and dark green add up to 10, red and purple add up to 10, and orange and yellow add up to 10. Oh, so sorry. Here's something very obvious. Where's orange in this box? There is the answer, because orange has nothing in common with a blue pair. So that digit is a 3 or a 4. Red is down there somewhere. That is also a truth that we've just discovered. Purple. Yeah, This is great. What's this digit? And I am going to claim that that is a naked yellow. Not a sentence I thought I'd be saying today. This is naked yellow. Why is it naked yellow? I don't think it can be anything else. Because it could be 5, but then you couldn't put 5 on this line. If this is 5, the knight's move would knock 5 out of those two, and this cell would not be able to be a 5. It would share a column with a 5. So 5 in box 7 is in one of those. Now purple, if this was purple, you couldn't put purple on that line. So it can't be purple. So in fact, those 3 digits are 5 red and purple, which means they are 5 and 2 digits that add up to 10, which are red and purple, and the whole line adds up to 25. So this domino adds up to 10, which means it's the complement of orange that goes there, which we defined as being yellow. So yellow is in one of those 2 cells. So what am I lacking here? Is it green? That can't be green. This one can't be purple anymore. So I've got 5 purple, and I have got to put green in. So yeah, okay. So this line got 5. It's got purple. It's got orange. It's got 1 green. I don't know where it goes, and then one of those is one of these greens. Okay. Whichever green is in these 2 cells, I don't know which colour of green it is, but by Sudoku it's going to join its friend up there, isn't it? So a question, so this is green. I don't know what green it is, but it's one of them. It has to be green, so it's not 5. And then these 2 cells are 1 flavour of green and 1 yellow. These 2 cells are 5, isn't it? It's 5 and a purple. Maybe 5 should have its own colour. Maybe we'll have 5 being grey, and then we could eliminate some. So 5 in box 1 has to be in that domino, because it definitely can't be on an X or even a floating X. So one of those is a 5. I must know what this thing is now, don't I? What colour? It's not blue. Both of its cells see orange, so it's not, because of the knight's move, so it's not orange-yellow as a pair. So it's either green or, I'll tell you what I might... Oh, hang on. I tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to slightly adjust my green colouring, if you forgive me for this. Just because I want to... Eventually, the idea of the colouring is going to be to distinguish between low and high digits. And this is high green, isn't it? So why don't I make that lime? And then these are yellow and the small green digit. So these are not lime green. It doesn't change what this is. This is still a lime green and a dark green. It just allows me to make my greens look slightly more sensible. So green. So if this is green, it's high green, and this would be low green. So that's one possibility. This is low green. But the other possibility is it's the red-purple pair. Well, if it was red-purple, that would be red and that would be purple. So this cell is either top green or top purple. It's always high, I think. Yeah, that's quite interesting. So it's either a 1 or a 2, or it's low green, which would also allow it to be 3. So this is 7, 8, 9. This is 7, 8, 9. And This cell is either lime green or purple. So it'd be really good if we knew that was purple, because I know this was green. Or it would be good if that was green. Then I would know that was red and these would be purple. Okay. But hang on. Right, here, I think we can look at row 5 now and detect something. Because I've got 2x dominoes that I've not even begun to think about. But neither of those could be green now. So that means that one of these low digits is low green. And I think the other one is going to be the digit 1, which I now want to say, oh, now hang on. Yeah, I can do the same with purple. One of these is red and one of these is dark green. This is a red dark green pair. And the reason we know that is that the 10 dominoes that we're capable of making in row 5 are the blue pair. They can't be affected by whatever we put in these cells. And the orange yellow. There's none of these that are orange or yellow. So these digits in some order are an orange yellow X pair and a blue X pair, which means these low digits are the red low digit, which accompanies purple to add up to 10, and the dark green, which accompanies lime green. And that does it. There we go. Beautiful. This is so good, because now that red digit there sees that by Knight's move. So this is the green digit that's going to do this one, which means this is the red digit. Now the red digit was a 1 or a 2. Now this green digit sees this green possible pair now, so it's not green, which means this isn't lime green, which means this is, so this is a 3, this is not a 7. And presumably there's a red digit in one of 2 cells in box 3. There is, where is red in box 5? And a combination of Sudoku and Knight's move Sudoku places it there. Which might mean, yes, beautiful. Because now the nature of this V, it's the opposite, is that the nature of this V can't have a red on it at all because of the Knight's move. So it's the other 2 low digits go on here. Oh, one of which is blue, which I definitely can't put there. Yeah, okay. So the 2 low digits that are on this V are the opposite 2 that are on that V. So they are the small blue digit, which can't go here because that would knock it out of this blue domino. So that is, well, I haven't really allocated well, I might as well do it now, mightn't I? I'm going to say that this one is low blue, which means that that one's high blue, that one's low blue. So this is the low blue digit, which I don't think I know anything about, frankly. But that does allow me to say that this, by Knight's move, is the low. Oh, well, now I do know something. Because this is high blue, I'd forgotten blue was an even pairing. So this, we can actually, oh look, we can do a lot here. So this is a 2 or a 4. So this one is that. This one is 6 or 8. So that one is 6 or 8. This one is the low one, 2 or the 4. One of those is the low blue. This one can't be because of the Knight's move. This digit, which is we know is low green, and low green was the dark green colour, is now Well, it's the digit that accompanies 2 or 4, so it is 1 or 3, which means this digit isn't 2. It means that top green now is not 2, 8, because low green is 1 or 3. So greens, oh, hang on, look, we can do this green. Green is either 7, 3, or it's 1, 9. And one of these is the low green digit. Oh, wait a second. That's low green by Sudoku. It's probably been available forever. I didn't see that at all. Does that mean this is a 5? Seems to, doesn't it? So 5 was a grey digit, which makes this a grey 5. Look, let's pop that in. This is now not grey, so that's got to be purple, which is 8 or 9. So okay, probably can. This purple sees that cell, so that's not purple anymore. So this is 5 or this is 1, 2, or 5. It's either red, which is a 1 or a 2, or it's 5. And yellow is the complement to 3 or 4. So yellow is 6 or 7. Although 6, 7. No, we're not doing it. So 1, 3, 6, 7 there. 1, 3, 6, 7 here. And for our next trick, we will say that, oh, I know what we can say. It's easy, isn't it? Look at this X. Now that X, what's the low digit on it now? It's not low green, it's not low blue, it's not orange, so it's the other one, whatever that is in the panoply of colours. It's red. It's red. Oh, it can only just be red. There's got to be red. It's the only other low digit available. And we know red partners up with purple to make 10, which, so this isn't red now. That is 5. That's all it can be. Which means these aren't grey anymore. So this is another pair. That's a pair that add up to 10. That's what we stipulated about red and purple. So where is... No, that doesn't work. Oh, no, that actually doesn't work. Good grief. I was going to say, where's purple in box 5? And I thought I was pretty sure I'd be able to get it by noting it couldn't go on here because it would have to accompany red. But actually, I think it's got 2 possible positions, unfortunately. Okay, what's this domino then? It's not green and it's not... So it's either blue or it's that one, the orange-yellow one. So if it's blue, it's this way round because of Sudoku. And if it's yellow-orange, this can't be yellow by Knight's Move Sudoku because it would knock yellow out of box 4. So this would be yellow and this would be orange. Ah, that's a shame, isn't it? I can't do that, I don't think. Right. Okay, so we're going to have to think again. Can we get this domino? We could if we knew that was yellow in the corner. Then we would know this was blue. But... no, it's tricky actually. Well, what about this domino? I know this one isn't orange-yellow or red-purple, but that could be blue or green. Probably. Is there some way we can disambiguate these green-yellows somehow? Green is in one of those 3 by Sudoku. Dark green, I should say. Oh, purple is up there as well. Not necessarily in the same domino in the corner, but by Sudoku, purple is up there. Okay. So how do we do this then? I don't know. 5 is... It's not necessarily on this line. It's quite close to being forced onto it, but it's not on it. Orange is close to being forced onto the line as well, but again, not forced onto it. Oh, lime green can't go in those 3 cells because of the knight's move jiggery pokery. So lime green is in that domino. Oh, that actually neared that. Well, that does do some. No, it doesn't do enough. But lime green in box 2. Again, the knights. It's in one of 3 places. It's in one of these 3 cells. So we should ask, where's lime green in column 4, shouldn't we? Because it's not here. It's not in any of those cells. So it's in one of those 2. Which, unfortunately, I don't think that does enough damage for us. Bobbins. Yellow is on this line, I've just noticed. Again, the knight's move knocks it out of both of those cells. So hang on, do I now know what this has got on it? I know it's got lime green. I know it's got yellow. Sorry, it's got lime green, it's got yellow. We don't know if it's got 5. It might have 5. And it's definitely got dark blue, which is... So it's got those 3. And possibly that one. What's the minimum they could add up to? 6, 7... No, that doesn't work. Oh, that's actually quite a weird way of looking at it. But if we look at this panoply of digits here, we've definitely got dark blue. We've definitely got lime green. We've definitely got yellow. So we've definitely got those 3. Now I think they could be 6, 7, 8. If this was 6, this was 7, and this was 8, that's the lowest I can possibly make them. 6 plus 7 plus 8 is 21. So if there was a 5 on here, which there nearly has to be, this line would add up to 26 minimum, which it can't do. So there is no 5 on it. So this is the 5, and therefore it's not orange. So now these digits are so I see. So we replace the 5 with a 3 or a 4. But now orange is in the same pair that lime green is, which places yellow. This is brilliant. It's absolutely brilliant. So this is from... No, well, no, it is. It's the digits are 3 or 4 for the orange, 7 or 9 for the lime green. This is 6 or 7. And that one, I should be able to colour. I just have to... Oh, it's this one. It's the blue one. The dark blue. Which is not going to do it, is it? I don't think it is. It would have been lovely if this had been the light blue, because then I could have looked at that cell and said that could be neither colour of blue, but unfortunately these are both dark blue, so we can't do that. Okay, let's look at row 7 then, because these digits are... There's some colour missing that I should be able to identify. Lime green. One of those is lime green. So these include a 10 pair of green. Which I was going to say means this can't be green, but we already knew that, really. That can't be light blue, because it would knock light blue out of row 7. But it could probably be dark blue. And then this would be yellow-orange. Oh, bobbins, I don't know then. Okay, different question. Different question. Where's 5 in column 5? That looks difficult. This 5 knocks all 3 of those out. So it's got to be in the top box, but it's not there. So it's one of these two. Which, does that do something? Do I care? Well, I probably do care. If... I don't... Oh, no, okay. What that does... Oh, no, this is good. This is good. What we'll do in a change tack now, and we're going to ask where 5 is in this column, in column 6. Because it doesn't seem to be able to be in either of those cells. So it's there by Sudoku. But that then bounces back and takes it out of that cell. So this is 5 and not lime green. These 5s are both the grey digits. That one needs fully greyification. Now grey in row 2 is now in a domino. So we should do that. And grey in box 6 is in the same 2 columns look. Because it can't go here because of the knight's move. That needs to be grey. So grey in column 7 is now very... Grey in column 7 is placed. It can't go here, so it's got to go right at the bottom on another of these funny lines. So that might do something. It has put 2 greens. Oh yeah. Lime green in column 6 is now in this is now up here, so it's not there. So that is now the orange digit, which is the 3 or 4 digit, and this is the lime green digit. Whoops. Now that, I was going to say that might do something, but it doesn't seem to. Or does it place? No, it doesn't. I don't think it does. I don't think it does nearly enough, actually. Wow, okay, that's very distressing. So I know up here it must be yellow or dark blue is the final piece of the jigsaw. Yellow or dark blue. And whatever it is going to determine the nature of these 2 cells. So, yeah. Well, hang on. Hang on a moment. Oh, this is fine. No, this has been... I'm so sorry, I've just been very dense. The simple question is, where is light blue in box 2? And the answer to that is I don't know, but it's definitely on that X domino, so that is a blue domino. And no, that's good, because the nice move is going to tell me the order as well. So this is the low one, that's the high one. So now by Sudoku, this domino is, because this has got to be high blue, this is low blue. And that ought to do something. So low blue is in one of those. Nearly. High blue is nearly in the same domino, but not quite. But this domino is now... It's the orange. It's got to be orange-yellow. Oh, that's so nearly doing some work. Okay. But now we know there's a yellow up there. So this is 2 green digits and 1 yellow digit. And the yellow digit is a 6 or a 7. So this has got to be orange by Sudoku, because we've not put orange in this box, which means that that's good. That is very good. Where's orange in box 5 now? I know it's in one of these 2 by Sudoku, but knight's move tells me it's not that one. So this one is orange, which is a 3-4. So, actually I could have done that differently, but I didn't see how to do that. Now this is having to be lime green now, which we know is 7 or 9. That looks in there by knight's move, so this one's become... So now I've got a yellow dark green pair in row 3, and these digits are purple and something, which is yellow. You look at that and you think that must resolve somehow. Is there a purple or a yellow reaching in there by knight's move? Don't think there is. This cell seems to have to be lime green being the only place lime green can go in its box, which means lime green is very... Well, hang on. That's huge. That's really important. Lime green by Sudoku is now... It can't go here because of the knight's move, but it's either on this X or it's not. If it was on the X, this would be dark green, but that would mean both of those cells have to be yellow. We can't have two yellows in row 3. So that this one is going to be lime green, which is the 7 or 9 digit, isn't it? This one is now definitely only blue. It's all its options are just being blue. This is now a green pair that add up to 10. And the end of row 2 is what? It's yellow, which can't go in the middle because that would knock yellow out of both of these cells. So yellow in one of 2 places. And dark green has the same principle applying to it. If this was dark green, you couldn't put dark green in those cells. So there's in fact a yellow-green pair there, and what that's going to do, of course, is place the 5, which is something which places 5 down here. Look, so that's another win for the goodies. This one is not 5. All the 5s are done, actually. I hadn't realised that. And this domino, that's blue and has been blue forever, and I just didn't realise it. So, yeah, look at this cell. How could that be dark blue? Where would you put dark blue in row 4? For some reason, I've got this as being unable to be... Oh, that is true, yeah. I was looking at my pencil mark for dark blue and thinking, right, if this is dark blue, you can't put dark blue here or here because of the knight's move, and it is fine. So that's got to be light blue, which means this is dark blue. That means this is now... These are the low blue pair. This is 6 or 8. I'd love it if I can get the whole puzzle coloured. That is going to be our objective, isn't it? But where's dark blue in box 9? And the answer is, I think, just in the corner by Sudoku, which is doing a little bit of bouncing back and forth with box 6. So I've got a blue pair here, a yellow orange pair here. I need to put purple into this box. Purple. Oh, and the greens. I need to put. Oh, hang on. Where's lime green in this box? There's only one place it can go. That's great because that fixes the lime green, dark green pair beneath it. So we get lime green is the high digit. This is now the low green digit. Whoopsie, whoopsie, whoopsie. Sorry, misclicking all over the place. So all the lime greens are done. Many of the dark greens are done, but not all of them. Dark green is still in one of those along with purple. I'd love to know which way round that went. Oh, I know what this is going to be. Look at this line. I've got a 10 pair on it and a 5. So this has to be a valid 10 pair because we know the 2 digits here add up to 10. So they can't be... no, hang on, they could be. What can they be? They can't be blue, they can't be green, and they can't be red-purple. So they are orange-yellow. That's so clever. Wow. That's got to be orange-yellow. These are now red-purple. Again, that looks like it should be resolved, doesn't it? But I don't know if it is. But if this is orange, that's 3 or 4. That's 6 or 7. This yellow reaches in here and makes this one yellow. So this is 3, 4. This is 6, 7. Yellow is now that one by Sudoku. So green is the other one. which means this one is now not green. So that one is, this one is the green, which means this one is the green and that one is the yellow. Right, we've got to be careful here. I don't want to get ahead of myself. So greens, wherever we find those, are 1s and 3s. Green, that green reaches in there and forces that to be yellow, which forces that to be green in the corner, which forces this to be yellow, which forces this to be green. Okay. And that might do something. We've virtually coloured the grid. We're really close to colouring the grid. What is, purple. I can do more purple. That's now yellow. So purple is a very high digit wherever we find that. And if that's purple, that's now red beneath it. So that's doing some more work in the bottom rows. And we can fill in some 1s and 2s. No 3 in the corner, at least not down there. Let's have a look for 3. Oh, we could have a 3 in the corner here. But we've actually, look, this corner digit is not now able to be red or purple, which means these are red and purple, and we can see the order. So that's red, that's purple. Purple is the high digit, that's the low digit, and this digit in the corner is orange. And that also gives us a chance for a 3 in the corner. So we've got 2 chances. But what is it we do to finish it then? Oh, is it this sort of alpine mountain in the oh, lovely parity. Parity does the trick. Look at them. Look at the Alp in the middle of the grid. And have a look at it from a parity perspective. And what do I mean by that? Well, it's got 2 yellows on it. And I don't know what yellow is, but I know that 2 yellows must sum to an even digit. 2 dark greens must sum to an even digit. This one is definitely even. So overall, those cells are even, but the line sums to 25, which is odd. So orange is odd, and that's going to give me a 3 in the corner. That's 3 in the corner. That's 3 in the spotlight, losing its vision. Now, orange must therefore go with 7 to make the maths work. So lime green becomes 9, which means dark green becomes 1, which means red becomes 2, which means that one becomes 8. I'm sort of trusting my colouring here, which is probably foolhardy. And the puzzle's just got finished out of nowhere. Isn't that fantastic? What a brilliant puzzle. How long? Just over an hour, ticked over an hour, finished with a little bit of a flourish, maybe not panache. It wasn't Cyrano de Bergerac-esque, but it was the Simon equivalent. Let me know in the comments how you got on with that one. That's a fantastic puzzle, wasn't it? Just absolutely beautiful. Thank you very much to Proxes14 and yeah, as I say, do let me know in the comments how you got on. I enjoy the comments, especially when they're kind, and hopefully see some of you for our blueprint stream momentarily. Bye now.